Hello and welcome everybody. Today we will show you some tricks to read others through body language. I have tried these tips and it works well for me. It let me know a lot of things about others, how they are feeling and if they are lying on me or not. Also I become aware on using my body language with giving a good impressions. These tips are very simple. If you integrate them in your daily routine, then you will be able to read anyone you want.
Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to receive all our news.
1. Study the eyes. The eyes are frequently referred to as the windows to the soul, since they are capable of revealing a great deal about what a person is feeling or thinking. As you engage in conversation with another person, taking note of eye movements is a natural and important part of the communication process. Some common things you may notice include whether people are making direct eye contact or averting their gaze, how much they are blinking, or if their pupils are dilated. When evaluating body language, pay attention to the following eye signals. Eye gaze. When a person looks directly into your eyes while having a conversation, it indicates that they are interested and paying attention. However, prolonged eye contact can feel threatening. On the other hand, breaking eye contact and frequently looking away might indicate that the person is distracted, uncomfortable, or trying to conceal his or her real feelings. Blinking. Blinking is natural, but you should also pay attention to whether a person is blinking too much or too little. People often blink more rapidly when they are feeling distressed or uncomfortable. Infrequent blinking may indicate that the person is intentionally trying to control his or her eye movements. For example, a poker player might blink less frequently because he is purposely trying to appear excited about the hand he was dealt. Pupil size. Pupil size can be a very subtle nonverbal communication signal, while light levels in the environment control pupil dilation. Sometimes emotions can also cause small changes in pupil size. For example, you may have heard the phrase bedroom eyes, used to describe the look someone gives when they are attracted to another person. Highly dilated eyes, for example, can indicate that a person is interested or even aroused. 2. Facial expressions. Think for a moment about how much a person is able to convey with just a facial expression. A smile can indicate approval or happiness. A frown can signal disapproval or unhappiness. In some cases, our facial expressions may reveal our true feeling about a particular situation. While you say that you are feeling fine, the look on your face may tell people otherwise. Just a few examples of emotions that can be expressed via facial expressions include happiness, sadness, anger, surprise, disgust, fear, confusion, excitement, desire, and contempt. The expression on a person's face can even help determine if we trust or believe what the individual is saying. One study found that the most trustworthy facial expressions involved a slight raise of eyebrows and a slight smile. The researchers suggested conveys both friendliness and confidence. Facial expressions are also among the most universal form of body language. The expression used to convey fear, anger, sadness, and happiness are similar throughout the world. Researchers suggest that we make judgment about people's intelligence based upon their faces and expressions. One study found that individuals who had narrower faces and more prominent noses were more likely to be perceived as intelligent. People with smiling, joyful expressions were also judged as being more intelligent than those with angry expressions. Also, when we come to read someone's face, we must consider to analyze his smiles. There are different types of smiles, including genuine smile and fake smile. A genuine smile engages the whole face, whereas a fake smile only uses the mouth. A genuine smile suggests that the person is happy and enjoying the company of the people around him or her. A fake smile, on the other hand, is meant to convey pleasure or approval, but suggests that the smiler is actually feeling someone else. A half smile is another common facial behavior that only engages one side of the mouth and indicates sarcasm or uncertainty. You may also notice a slight grimace that lasts less than a second before someone smiles. This typically suggests that the person is hiding his or her dissatisfaction behind the fake smile. Tight, pursued lips also indicate displeasure, while a relaxed mouth indicates a relaxed attitude and positive mood. Covering the mouth or touching the lips with the hands or fingers when speaking may be an indicator of lying. 3. Observe the head movement. The speed at which a person nods their head when you are speaking indicates their patience or lack of. Slow nodding indicates that the person is interested in what you are saying and wants you to continue talking. Fast nodding indicates the person has heard enough and wants you to finish speaking or give him or her a turn to speak. Tilting the head sideways during conversation can be a sign of interest in what the other person is saying. Tilting the head backward can be a sign of suspicion or uncertainty. People also point with the head or face at people they are interested in or share an affinity with. In groups and meeting, you can't tell who the people with power are based on how often people look at them. You can't tell who the people with power are based on how often people look at them. 4. Look at the position of the arms. Think of a person's arm as the doorway to the body and the self. If a person crosses their arms while interacting with you, it is usually seen as a defensive or blocking gesture. Crossed arms can also indicate anxiety, vulnerability, or a closer mind. If crossed arms are accompanied by a genuine smile and overall relaxed posture, then it can indicate a confident, relaxed attitude. When someone places their hands on their hips, it is typically used to exert dominance and is used by men more often than women. These tips about the arms can give you insight into the true motives behind people's behavior, but it is not foolproof. When analyzing body language, keep in mind that this technique will not apply to all people 100% of the time. Certain factors, such as culture and a person's general body language habits, must be taken into consideration to accurately decode nonverbal cues. 5. Look at the person's feet. A part of the body when people often comport on nonverbal cues is the feet. The reason people unintentionally communicate nonverbal messages through their feet is because they are usually so focused on controlling their facial expression and upper body positioning that important clues are revealed via the feet. When standing or sitting, a person will generally point their feet in the direction they want to go. So if you notice that someone's feet are pointed in your direction, this can be a good indication that they have a favorable opinion of you. This applies to one-on-one interaction and group interaction. You can tell a lot about the group dynamics just by studying the body language of people involved, particularly which way their feet are pointing. In addition, if someone appears to be engaged in conversation with you but their feet are pointing in the direction of someone else, it's likely he or she would rather talk to that person, regardless if the upper body cues suggest otherwise. 6. Watch for the hand signals. Like the feet, the hands leak important nonverbal cues when looking at body language. This is an important tip when reading body language, so pay close attention to this part. Observe body language hands in pockets. When standing, look for a particular hand signal, such as the other person putting their hand in their pockets or hand on head. This can indicate anything from nervousness to outright deception. Unconscious pointing, indicated by hand gesture, can also speak volumes. When making a hand gesture, a person will point in the general direction of the person they share an affinity with. This nonverbal cues is especially important to watch for during meets and when interacting in groups. Supporting the head with the hand by resting an elbow on the table can indicate that the person is listening and is holding the head still in order to focus. Supporting the head with both elbows on the table, on the other hand, can indicate boredom. When a person holds an object between him or her and the person they are interacting with, this serves as a barrier that is meant to block out the other person. For example, if two people are talking and one person holds a pad of paper in front of him or her, this considered a blocking act in nonverbal communication. 7. Pay attention to proximity. Proximity is the distance between you and the other person. Pay attention to how close someone stands or sits next to you to determine if they view you favorably. Standing or sitting in close proximity to someone is perhaps one of the best indicators of rapport. On the other hand, if someone backs up or moves away when you move in closer, this could be a sign that the connection is not mutual. You can tell a lot about the type of relationship two people have just by observing the proximity between them. Keep in mind that some cultures prefer less or more distance during interaction, so proximity is not always an accurate indicator of affinity with someone. 8. See if the other person is mirroring you. Mirroring involves mimicking the other person's body language when interacting with someone. Check to see if the person mirrors your behavior. For example, if you are sitting at a table with someone and rest an elbow on the table, wait 10 seconds to see if the other person does the same. Another common mirroring gesture involves taking a sip of a drink at the same time. If someone mimics your body language, this is a very good sign that he or she is trying to establish a rapport with you. Try changing your body posture and see if the other person changes there the same. Resume of our video. 1. Study the eyes. 2. Facial expressions. 3. Observe the head movement. 4. Look at the position of the arms. 5. Look at the other person's feet. 6. Watch for hand signals. 7. Pay attention to proximity. 8. See if the other person is mirroring you.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to receive all our news.
If you learned something new today, then give the video a like and tell us in comments which step you like it more. And here's some others great videos I think you will enjoy. Just click on the left or on the right.
Mass Pro. Better mind, better life.